The
We
kids
back,
are doing
y'all.
a lot. You guys.
All right, we
Okay,
back.
we back.
Technical
So I was just
difficulties.
gonna
It's
say,
all good.
should we wait a couple seconds for people to come in? Yeah, man. He called. I should have told him don't call. That was my website guy.
Mm,
Come back. Come back, guys. We're back. We
yeah,
back
we
like we
back.
never left.
They can catch up later.
Yes.
Some of them
So
probably
I was just
got
gonna say
work.
real quick though, how you was just saying that you had never been pulled over. I have been to jail. I went to jail for like it was almost 2 days for traffic tickets. I had got traffic tickets before we moved to LA, and then we moved back to LA for like 2.5 years. And then we left LA and went back to Oklahoma. And apparently, from those almost 3 years, I had tickets from before. And when I say those mofo traffic speeding tickets, they took me to jail right in front of the kids and everything.
Oh
Extremely
my goodness.
traumatizing. hmm So you
Oh
saying you
my
haven't been pulled
God.
over since you've been here? I feel like I did 5 years in prison. Like it's traumatizing.
Dang. And see, the thing
Mhm.
is, like, I've never been pulled over, but the reason that I'm still traumatized by, was it peripheral or what other people, basically, residual, I don't know what the word is, but y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, you
But
got to be traumatized because you black and you're aware of it.
it's
So
like
yeah.
stories, like one of my college roommates got a gun pulled on her by the police when she was with her son. Like her son was a kid, and like and I'm and then another homegirl got like basically molested by, and was traumatized, did not drive for a year or something like that, just off the
By the
strength of
police.
being, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
That's always been one of my biggest
and
fears because
and
that's a thing that happens.
and the thing is, like, this is a person I
Oof.
grew up with that later went on to live in a predominantly Caucasian area. So the way she was kind of socialized was to be like them, free, do what I want, and it wasn't like an arrogant thing. It was just like, I'm chilling. So
Yeah,
when
that's what
people come
happens.
across
Yeah, that's
that,
how that happens.
when people come across that and you're not bowing down how they expect you to, yes master, whatever, they feel like they gotta bring you down, and
Damn.
and so they really, and I think in the case, she wasn't even the one driving. The people that was driving was Caucasian, none average. But like, how dare you, like, know your rights or whatever the case may be. Like, and so
Oof.
those things leave me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear none of those no more. You know,
Right.
like, it's not good for me, and it haven't happened to me. But it's just like, I can't, like, I cannot carry all that burden no more. Like, but
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to mention was like, um uh somebody I went out with asked me, I guess they watch, my vlogs and stuff, and they were like, "Oh, was I nervous about hosting people?" And like, was I not nervous, tired? I think they said tired of hosting people. And I was like, "Nah, like, this is what I do. Like, people hit me up, or they ask me, was I nervous?" I think either or. Because people like, yeah, they said both. Because then after she's like, that'll make you nervous, like the people that you don't know and this and that. And so I
Oh
told him,
yeah.
like, I just read people. Like, some people give good vibes, some people seem like they got their stuff together, some people seem like their finances is all right, and no problem at all. And you and I talk about this. It's like when we first moved here, getting to know people and stuff, we're way more open than we probably would be now. Mm. And we're what was I saying? I was reading a little comment, but anyway,
I know.
um,
You said me and you talked about
oh
um
yeah, we talked about how in the
people.
beginning we was
Yes,
we was
that's right.
way more open with people. People reach out to us. We had more time. We were like, kind of, I would say I was a little desperate. Like, I want a
Well,
friend. I want.
I was thinking you was gonna say naive because that's how I was definitely
Okay,
naive.
yeah. that too. Because the desperation will make you, and naive is a perfect word because you think that, dang, somebody's on the same, they probably thinking exactly how I'm thinking. They're brave enough to do what I did, so they gotta be all together, right? And all like you're
Right,
not thinking
like
about
we
the other
all come in here on the same
scenarios.
thing, especially after you talk to them and they got the same reasons. It's like we're made for each other. Like,
And we don't like we don't think about the other scenarios in which people would move that may not be you know all the way right or whatever.
yeah,
And
or
so
just people coming down here, even though your intentions are right and you have the same reasons, you still coming with traumas. You're still coming with, you
hmm
might have the same energy. You might have, we come here with that, and just like we've talked about, like we've come here with some of the same energies that we've now changed from being here. So, you know,
hmm
oof, that's a whole nother.
yeah,
We
and
already
I
know we
think
gotta talk about
and,
that.
and I think like if I was in the States even today, there was a couple I met today. They're from Mexico, but the person, one of them is Senegalese, the husband, and the wife is Mexican. They met abroad and moved to Mexico. And so
Uh-huh.
you know talked to them, got their story or whatever. They're on vacation. I was like, come through, whatever, no problem. And they were like, thanks for the trust or whatever. And like, cool. I'm like, yeah, I'm not afraid of nobody. You know what I'm saying? And until they give me a reason, you feel me? Like I don't have to be on guard or worried about something without having a reason. And I learned that from my husband and watching him how he did. I'm like, you're not scared. You're not. What if they do this? What if? Because we're always trying to control stuff. What if this happened? What if this scenario? You got to be
Right.
prepared for all these what if things. But it's like you fill your brain with all that negativity, something gonna happen.
Right.
Did you just looking for it? But I feel like if somebody give me a reason to feel uneasy, because I think maybe what my friend was getting at was like somebody's in your house, you don't know them. What if they do something? Like if I feel like you may do something, then I'll be worried. You know what I mean? Like I trust myself. Not that I know everything,
Right.
but I'm willing to risk in certain scenarios, and sometimes it may be naivety and sometimes it may not. But um, like today, the people all day with them, learn about them, where they from, how they met, all the stuff. We're sharing information, whatever. Lovely couple. My kid, they wanted to make a run to the ocean real quick and buy some refreshments for us for the house. And my kid goes, "Can I go?" And they speak Spanish. My daughter understands Spanish. They speak English too. And she was like, "Can I go?" Now, if my kid want to go, then if she cool, I'm cool. Like I didn't have no. But when they left, they went to the run for the store. For a minute, I was thinking like, man, if this is in the States, they'd be like, oh, on the news, somebody kidnapped a kid. Like they didn't have their own. They couldn't have their own, and so they kidnapped the. Like how your head would go. And I
Right.
was thinking, man, if we was in the U.S., my mom would kill me. Like what the heck? But it's like for the most part, like my instincts have been pretty good. And like I told
The
the,
thing
the
is that
lady
it's
who
like
asked,
you can do that here though. Like in America,
yes,
there's so many.
yes.
Like I've talked to Trey about that. We were talking about something very similar to this, and I was like, "There, it's right on the tip of my tongue. What is it? It has something to do. I think we were talking about even with the cleaners, like even just having somebody in your house like that you really don't know.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
energy and the culture of it is different. Like sure you deal with some things, but you're not going to deal with the extreme things that you would deal with in the States, which is why it's not like that over there. So it's like
Mhm.
here it's just like it sounds weird for you to be opening your home to people because
Mhm.
in America that wouldn't be. Somebody just called me. Oh my god, who is this person that called
No.
me? I don't even know you. I'm so mad.
Oh man, they telling us we gotta go to bed. No freaking way. Now I can't hear you. I was hearing you before. Oh guys. Oh wait, I hear you now. Do you hear me? I was hearing you. It was like cutting in. It cut in. Keep talking. No, whatever you was, whatever. I hear noise now. Say something. Uh, I feel like I can hear the microphone too.
No, like, do you hear
Dang.
me now?
Oh, I hear you now. Yes.
So apparently, look, this is Repat no cap for real. Look, whenever I get a phone call, if I like right now, I can hear you when I mute my mic, and you can hear me when I
Okay.
unmute my mic. So I'm gonna have to literally
Oh.
like mute my mic to listen to you, and then unmute for you to listen to me.
Okay. So why
So
does it
let's
say
try
she's
this.
muted? All right. Is
So right now, oh, I wonder what
y'all
happens if you do
wait?
it then.
Let's wait and see. Y'all hear both of us now? Somebody let us know. It's what,
Can
six
you hear
people in
me?
the house. I can hear you. You hear? Yeah. You hear me back?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So let's just keep talking until we hear each other.
Okay.
And then if it happened again, we over. But like real quick
Nobody better
for
call my phone. I'm about to put out
okay,
a Senegalese
they say they can
PSA.
hear us. Don't call daylight during the show, y'all. We got technical
Right.
situations. It's,
Wait,
yeah.
someone said she's muted.
She, no,
Oh,
no, no.
okay.
They said they hear us loud and clear. Everybody,
Okay,
yes.
good.
Thank you, people. All
Double.
right, so let's get into
Okay.
this before somebody mess around and call you at 11:30. What they want, anyway. So, this one thing I wrote down in my notes, it was like, on so many levels, I feel like the way family and friends speak and act, like it made me feel a little sad for them, and I felt not guilty, but I felt a little way about it because I'm like, I was them. Like I can't just be like, y'all come with me and be like me. I can't do
All
that.
right.
Like everybody has their own path, their own time, their own whatever. They're responsible for their own happiness. Period. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not the one, but I felt like a rapper. I would say a rap star person who left the hood and went back to visit, and it's just not on the
Right.
same page with the people. And and I'm not making no eight figures or whatever. I mean, like they the ones making way more than me, but I still feel sorry for them in certain aspects as far as happiness goes.
Yes.
You know,
It's
it's
because
like
you
people
understand
making
the difference. You see the peace that you can have here compared to there. So yeah, that makes sense.
people making six figures and all this stuff. Some of them, and it's like, and I'm over here with my three figures, like, what I'm saying, and that's no cap for y'all. That's no cap.
Right.
Three figures, period. Because Senegal got what we got, four figures at minimum. But yeah, nah.
Right.
So
That's real.
uh, that's that U.S. three figures. No cap on that either. But yeah. So I think for here, what I told the person about as far as feeling free to have people at my house and stuff, it's like people can't get away with the same stuff here because I live here. So like if somebody wanted to do something to me, all my neighbors know me, the people at the ocean know me, even if I think they don't, or I may not recognize them because everybody black and it take me a while to
Right.
differentiate.
They know you.
hmm They know me, and they know when I belong, if I've been there before and if I've not been there before. I went to the beach. We got a beach by my house. I didn't even know, by the ocean. Like the beach is like
Yeah, you
down
told
by the
me
ocean.
that. That's dope.
It's beautiful. When I went there, all the vendors and the people, they knew I wasn't from there. Like the guys playing soccer knew I was. They're like, "You from Dakar or France?" And I'm like, "Dang, like y'all already can smell me. Like what,
Right. They like,
But
she ain't from around here.
and I say that to say that anything happen, you know, all I gotta do is put a call out. Hey, you know, and everybody kind of the community. If it's something where you need people's help, they will step in and help you. It don't matter if they don't like you. It don't matter if they look at you stank
Yes.
every day.
Yeah.
Hating like I could have neighbors in the village hating. They be cutting my water supply every other day. But people might be hating on some level, but at the same time, when it comes to helping people, they'll do it because it's obligation. And so I
Yeah.
don't feel like uneasy about somebody staying here. Like people aren't like desperate like that to like do harm for no reason. Like the
Yeah.
most they would do is take a valuable material thing, and I really don't care. They can't take my house, so
You
like
guys, stop with the jumping. Okay.
But does that mean but does that mean that I trust everybody? Nah. And I told my
Right.
homegirl, like, I was like, nah, there's people who they don't got their stuff together, they don't have a plan, or they don't have, a stable situation, and so I have to limit myself and set boundaries. Like, okay, this is as far as it go. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody I offer like, oh, come kick it at the crib or whatever. It
Yeah.
just depends on the vibe of the person. And the thing is, people come here, they don't have nobody. If I could be there for them, I'm basically in a position of power, I guess you would say, because it's like, why would you bite the hand that literally is feeding you? You know what I mean? Like most people
Literally.
don't
Yeah.
wouldn't do that. And get on a plane nonetheless, to do that. So I'm like, I'm not tripping. But if
Yeah. And
anybody come
that's
visit
the
me,
thing
it's a
is,
favor to me.
yes. And I was
Mm,
gonna say, I feel a lot more safe here because of that. Because I know that one thing is not going to happen here in Senegal. People are not going to pull out their phone and watch. That's not their mindset. Even though most of the world is doing that, I can't speak for every country. I like to think that most of Africa is like this because it's just that culture. But just from my experience and just knowing how Senegal is, that's not happening. They are not pulling out their phone and recording. They are going to jump in and they're going to help.
mhm,
And I was in the store with one of my homegirls who just recently moved here, and you know how we're still riding the taxis and stuff, so a lot of times we have backpacks that we have, and then when we go to like Auchan or somewhere, we have to put it in the cubbies, and you have your
mhm,
key. Every cubby has its own key, and we were going into the Decathlon, the sports store, and she was like, I'm so I'm so tired of she's like, I don't want to leave my bag here, like I'm kind of like, she's like, let me take my money out, and which is cool.
mhm,
Okay, you can take your money out or not, but I was like, do you really think that someone's going to come up to, like, first of all, it's a security guard on every store, just like it is every apartment. There's a doorman
mhm,
or a security guard there. But I was just like, no one here is going to risk coming over to the area where everyone's bags are and trying to steal a bag, knowing that they're going to get chased down and beat up. Like, it's just not happening. Like, that's not happening
mhm.
because it's going to be a
Not
whole
only chase
commotion.
down and beat up,
Everybody in the Yes,
they will
everybody's
go
going
to
to
your
jump in.
parents' house.
From down the street, people are going to come, and it's going to be a whole thing. That's not happening. Like, she was like, for
They
real?
will
I
go
was
to
like,
your
yes,
grandparents' house, and they will
yes,
have a meeting there and deal with it
yes,
with your whole family, all knowing everything. And so,
yes,
it's a different vibe when people have that kind of social responsibility. Um, and that, I think, instead of like coming from a place where you're paranoid and always looking over your shoulder, here you know when to be on guard. Like, who give you creepy vibes. The other day at the beach, somebody came up to my kid filming her, and tourists, and standing too close. And I'm like, are they looking around to see if their parents is around so they can take the kid back to France or Europe or something? And so I'm filming them while they looking at my kid. She was doing something in the sand, making like little art with seashells and stuff, and some other kids were. It was really cool to see. I mean, I was looking at it. So, but they was too close for my comfort. And so I'm able to be on guard when something look amiss. When something
right,
look off, you can be on guard because stuff is not off every day like it is over there. Like, it's always
right,
people doing, like, with that illing, always people around lurking and this and that. Here, because it's not, and you know what it looks like for people to be chill and like happy and genuine and whatever. When somebody is off and got that little giving the pedophile vibes or giving the whatever
right,
vibes, you know how to differentiate. Because my instincts are
yes,
way stronger here than they've been anywhere else ever. And I
yes,
attribute it to being here because I could tell every single time. And I've been telling you this when we've been talking. Like, I, my instincts are always have not failed me since I've been here. You feel
yeah,
me? Like, good and bad. Like, sometimes I knew, and I went
right,
against my judgment, and it was like I already knew this was gonna be problematic. But
right,
we was vibing. We both black. We both American. I was like, I need somebody to talk English, and but then, hey, then at the end, well, we're gonna
yep.
talk about them type of
We gotta talk
them
about
type.
that. Look, try not to
That's
say
another
too much because
episode.
that's a show. That's a whole show.
A whole freaking part 1, 2, and 3.
Yes. To be
but
continued.
yeah, definitely. But let me wrap up. So yeah, I think the next time I visit, it'll definitely probably be a bigger gap between me and my peoples, but they still my peoples. It's just I just have to practice boundaries for myself, for my sanity. You know, when people
Yeah,
are being too negative, I have to let them know, like, you know, you stressing me right now with all this negative
right.
talk or pessimism. I just have to be more honest, and I started doing that. You know what I mean? Like I started telling
Yeah,
people
because
how I
in
really
our
felt.
world, like
Hmm.
over here, that's not talking about the the thing every day and the
Hmm.
masks
Hmm.
and the all
Hmm.
that stuff. That's not our world over here. So to a lot of people there, that's a normal conversation and it's in their faces every day. So it's almost like a needed conversation because it's
Hmm.
so real and prevalent. But here, it's like, oh yeah, that is
I
happening
forgot
in the
about it.
world.
My my kid picked up a receipt off the ground. She thought I dropped it. We was downtown, and my friend, the way she reacted, no, put it down, you know. And I was gonna take it from her because she know not to put trash on the ground, so she was picking it up. But my friend was like, you know, the big C. Oh my gosh, like don't touch things. You
Girl,
know,
oh my god,
even
my
people
anxiety
I,
is nuts.
I didn't know, like that's not a part of my reality. And then people were saying like, oh, I'm ordering stuff, did I wipe down the box from the order? And I'm like, I didn't even think, you know, to do that. But you
didn't
know,
you
it's like
didn't you say didn't you say that y'all had to like do a test before you went over a friend's house or something like that?
yes, oh yes, thank you for reminding me. So you know,
Is that what
there
y'all
this,
doing out there? Like I just want to know for the audience. Like is y'all doing it? Like is this real? Like
and you know
oh
what,
my
like
god.
I can't really knock it. I just feel sad about it, you know, because, and the reason I
Yeah.
can't knock it is because I didn't want to have to miss my flight coming back. So I was, you know, I was glad to know that my test was good or whatever. And because, you know, people, uh-oh, don't tell me they call. Uh-oh,
It's my
somebody
website
called you.
dude. He probably is
Oh no,
like,
I hear
why
you.
is that? He probably like that show is over with.
I hear you now.
I'm trying to do what I did before, but I don't even know what I did.
Mm,
I,
I heard you and then,
yo,
oh, no, I hear you now. I hear you. You don't
I
hear
can't
me?
hear you.
Oh man.
It just came in before though. Push
But I
mute your
think,
mic right quick. This is the
okay.
lamest thing. Like, and when I put my phone on do not disturb, and it doesn't matter. The calls still come in.
Hello, can you hear me? But they said they can hear both of
You can hear
us.
me, but
So
I can't hear you.
I know.
What
So
kind of bologna sandwich? I
so
can't hear.
this is what we're gonna do. They can hear us both. So let me wrap up.
Let me
Then
see.
you close
I didn't
out.
even do nothing special. Like,
Can we do that? Because I can hear you fine.
okay. Okay, so yes, you can close out. Sorry, guys. Y'all can hear me,
Okay.
so close out.
Okay. So me first. Then you. I'm
I'm
typing to her,
trying.
y'all. This is just how Repat. Okay. Let me go. So anyway, y'all, it's time to close. It's
Okay.
time to
You
go to
do you
bed.
want to try to? Did you try to mute your thing already?
I did. I
Okay.
did. It did. So it's time to get out of here. But I just wanted to say that my trip was great. I enjoyed it. I had fun. It was great being a tourist in my own city. I got to enjoy more than I would if I was living and working and stressed out and all the other things. You know, but a lot of the things that I love about where I'm from have to do with have to like are not necessarily positive things. Like the food is not, it's not the best quality nutrient wise, but that's what I love. The music, you know, that I like that comes from there, you know, may have not so positive lyrics or whatever. Like, you know, I don't know. I think the things that I was into was the things that I was exposed to growing up. So it's kind of, I mean, it's not something that I want for my kid, but at the same time, it's nostalgia for me. So, anyway, thanks for watching the show. We got to wrap up and go. I'm going to pass the mic to Dayla, even though she can't hear me. And we'll see y'all on the next episode. All right, your turn. This is so Senegalese, like African, what we doing right now. Say
Oh,
bye.
sorry. Okay, I'm still trying to get this thing going. No,
Oh,
sorry. Okay, guys. So sorry. I'm about to hang up this phone and go off on whoever is calling me. But we really, really appreciate you guys. So glad that you guys tuned in, that y'all are being patient with us. This Repat No Cap. This is a real raw show, no editing, all real. And we hope that you guys are ready for next Sunday. Then around the same time, turn on those post notifications, thumbs up, share if y'all love this show, if y'all mess with us. We love you guys. Until next time. Peace out. Thank you for rolling. What is this? Okay.